Espresso, delicious. Orange juice, also delicious. Espresso and orange juice, it really needs work. Today we're going to fix espresso and orange juice, using booze, of course. Let's make some coffee cocktails. Welcome back to the Coffee Cocktail channel with me, Dan Fellows. So for those of you who are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Dan. I'm the two-time World Coffee and Good Spirits champion. And this channel is all about coffee, it's all about cocktails, and it's all about bringing the two together in really interesting and innovative ways. So today we're going to be talking about this strange concoction of espresso and orange juice, or EspressOJ if you like. And this is a kind of recent viral sensation, if you like, and it's just a strange drink. I think the general feedback is that it's an interesting thing to taste, and it's kind of surprisingly not as bad as people expect it to be, which isn't a great start. So I want to really upgrade this drink. The flavor profile of espresso and orange juice can work really well together, but we need to think about how we connect the two in order to make a much more delicious drink that people might actually go to a cafe and order or make at home more than once. Because I think most people will try this, go, and then probably never make it again. So today we're going to upgrade EspressOJ. So when it comes to coffee cocktails, there's essentially a number of kind of key things you can follow. And a really important principle is that you want to bridge and balance big flavors and ingredients. So this might be coffee and spirits, but in this case it's going to be coffee or espresso and orange juice. In order to do this, I've got two recipes to show you. And the first of which is going to be called the EspressOJ Garibaldi. So the EspressOJ Garibaldi is obviously a twist on a Garibaldi cocktail, which is a really simple drink of Campari and orange juice. And this drink's really come back to prominence since featuring on Dante in New York's menu and become almost sort of a signature drink of theirs. So as a key ingredient, Campari is a really good bridge between espresso and orange juice. So it pairs really well with espresso in coffee Negronis. I'll link above my improved coffee Negroni, which I think is a delicious drink, but it also works really well with orange juice. And espresso and orange do work well together, but using the kind of bittersweet notes from the Campari, kind of rhubarby, grapefruit, really rich, deep notes, we're able to balance it all really nicely. So we've bridged and balanced our espresso and orange juice. Now we need to think about texture. So I'm going to head over here and make the drink. And key to the recipe is the Sage Bluicer, which is a blender and a juicer in one. So first of all, we're going to juice 2 oranges. And I quite like to do this whole because you get much more flavor, kind of some of the pithy bitterness from the rind, but you can cut this off, you can use it as a garnish, but we're going to go in whole with this. So now we've got our juice ready to go, I'm going to grab our espresso. And now we're going to add this into the blender. So I'm going to switch out the juicing cup, get rid of this. We can whack on our blender, just sits on there like that. Going to lock it in. So we've got the juice of 2 oranges, a double espresso, then we're going to add 30 ml of Campari, just to kind of bridge the two together. And now, the magic happens. We're going to blend all this together to get that really nice sort of fluffy texture. So now we've got our nice fluffy Garibaldi, EspressOJ Garibaldi. You can serve this in a nice cold glass. It's just got real nice texture. Nice and cold thanks to the chilled glass and the ice. And there it is. A real, I think, upgrade to espresso and orange juice. Super tasty. It's fluffy, it's bittersweet. It's kind of sort of Negroni vibes, sort of fresh orange vibes, but it all ties together really nicely. You can taste the natural process on the coffee. I just think it's better. It's a drink I would drink, it's a drink I would order, and it's a drink I'd make again. So, try that one for yourself. That's the EspressOJ Garibaldi. And now I'm going to show you something completely different, which is light, and refreshing and sparkling, which has got a bit of a twist in there as well, which is seasonal, but one of my favorite ingredients in the world. And this is the EspressOJ Coffee Tonic. So for the EspressOJ Coffee Tonic, we're going to be using things very close to espresso and orange, which are slightly different, but awesome. So rather than using espresso, I'm going to use coffee liqueur, so Mr. Black. And rather than using orange as we know it, I'm going to use one of my favorite things in the world, which is blood orange. So this is a pretty short season, in season at the moment, and I love it. I've eaten so many of these. So we need to bridge those two big flavors together. And what would be a better thing to bridge coffee liqueur and orange than two things that work really well with both of them, gin and tonic water. I'm going to go for quite a juniper forward gin, the Colworth Farm Distillery, and quite a bold tonic water, so Fever Tree. So really simple execution, we're just going to build it in the glass. Going to go for 20 mils of our coffee liqueur. I'm going for Mr. Black, which is a delicious option. Feel free to choose your favorite. And if you're not sure which one to choose, I tasted 20, which was a big night, and I'll link that above, so feel free to watch that. We're going to bring in our orange section. So I've got espresso and orange, going for the beautiful blood orange. And we're just going to use the juice of half a blood orange. So squeeze that over our ice. Get that real nice bright red colour. So blood orange contains a compound called chrysanthemum, which is also found in raspberries and lychees, which gives it that real nice sort of blood red colour and that sweetness. And then we're going to add the rest of the things which really complement this. So going for 30 mils of our gin to our 20 mils of coffee liqueur and half a blood orange juice. Then we're just going to top this up with tonic. Give it a little mix. Bish bash bosh. Blood orange, coffee liqueur, gin, tonic. Nothing really like how an espresso and orange juice feels, but we're getting some of those flavors in there with the kind of coffee and orange mixing together, creating something really delicious, really interesting. Then we're going to garnish with just a little blood orange dried segment, which means we can eat these throughout the year. And there we have the EspressOJ Coffee Tonic. Super simple. Undeniably coffee and orange, but just so much other stuff going on in there as well. The gin just gives it a real nice backbone. The tonic gives it refreshing sparkle. Blood orange sweetness. Coffee liqueur, bringing that kind of body. Super delicious, completely different to the EspressOJ Garibaldi. I think far superior to espresso and orange juice. And I just really like it. Delicious. So if you're finding value in these videos, please make sure you subscribe to the channel below, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. So once again, espresso and orange juice can be pretty great. And thank you very much for watching. Cheers. That is a delight.